So there was this think piece going around Twitter recently where they talked about, they were saying, is older music more popular than new music? And that's an interesting question. Is older music more popular than newer music? Is older music more popular than new music? Which I guess oldies have always had a strong popularity. When I was a kid, or maybe before my generation, my dad's generation, they used to play like Frank Sinatra on the radio, even though Frank Sinatra was like an old man when my dad was a kid. And like when I was a kid, they would always play like classic rock on the radio or yeah, they'd play stuff from like the 70s and 80s, even though it was people didn't really they were too young to remember that or whatever. But like their parents could enjoy it, and parents could connect with their children, or whatever. It it's just So there was a Rick Beato YouTube video about. He also said he also asked the same question that was going on Twitter. He said it originally in a Substack that he followed. I don't know what the Substack was called, but the same question, is old music more popular than new music? Now, there's different ways of answering this question. One way, you say with young people, is it more popular with young people? Doubtful. It's doubtful that old music is more popular with young people than new music is. It's doubtful. Middle-aged and older people, it's probable that middle-aged and older people prefer older music. And it's also possible that new music isn't as popular as it was like 30 years ago. Like new music isn't really as viral as it was 30 years ago. That's an open question. That's an open question because people used to listen to the radio to hear like the latest song. Now they go to TikTok to hear the latest song. The problem with TikTok is these songs are like that people are making are like 1 minute long. People are making these 1 minute songs, and you can call that whatever you want. You can say like, oh, it's not a traditional song, or it's more modern, or it's different. People are making these like 1 minute songs, and they're like comparing them to like the 3 to 5 minute songs we had when we were younger. And of course they still make normal 3.5 4 minute songs. Like they still do that. It's not that they don't do that. It's just it's kind of a wash. I mean, they make a lot of these like 1 minute songs on TikTok. Like they play 1 minute of a song, so like young people really hear like this 1 minute of a song, and they I think they internalize these like 1 minute pieces of song or just 1 minute songs in and of themselves. And I I don't think there's. I mean, you have like Harry Styles, right? Harry Styles is and Taylor Swift. Harry Styles and Taylor Swift are probably the two biggest pop stars right now, right? There's other people, Olivia Rodrigo, Camila Cabello, Dua Lipa. There's a lot of people, right? There's a lot of pop stars right now, and they're obviously still making pop music today. So I'm not saying they're not making pop music today. The question is it as popular as it used to be? And is it as popular as old music is now? The funny thing about Spotify right now, if you listen to music on Spotify, you can go to so many decades of music and so many genres and so many different levels of this and that, and there's so many things to listen to that you have to ask yourself, why do you need to hear new music when there's all these different songs you can just look up at the flip of a button? And these playlists are getting more and more intricate that people are making, and so it's just like you have to ask yourself, why do you need to make new songs if people are still rediscovering all these old songs, and people are just and it's almost like an endless cycle of old songs. Like for me personally, I find like I have this playlist. I keep making the playlist bigger and bigger, and it never stops. I never stop making it bigger because I always keep finding more and more music to put on it, and it never stops. I can just keep adding to it, and it never gets old. Like I never get tired of the playlist because I keep finding more music to add to it, and I don't think I'm gonna stop finding music to add to it because the thing with Spotify is they show you all the music that was made over the past 70 years or the past 200 years or whatever. They show all the music that's ever been made on the platform. And like why it's almost like, why do they need to make new music? Why Why would someone need to make a new song today when all these songs are on Spotify? Like, people are getting their thirst quenched. People are quenching their thirst and their desires with these songs, and they can find anything they're looking for. And so I feel bad for new artists today trying to compete with that, because people aren't going to listen to a new song people will listen to new popular artists when they're really good, obviously, like a Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Dua Lipa, Harry Styles, Bruno Mars. They will listen to a good pop star. However, those guys are competing with a huge library of music. Like, classic rock isn't going away. 80s synth pop is not going away. 90s grunge and hip hop is not going away. And a lot of and you have like mumble rap from the 2010s, which people still like. People still like the stuff from the past 10 years, and it's easier to find old music. I mean, I would say Spotify makes it easier to find old music than any outlet makes it easy to find new music. Yes, SoundCloud, new artists go on SoundCloud, and new artists go on TikTok and all this stuff. It's just, it's not the same. You know, are you really going to go to TikTok to hear the best songs, or are you going to go, like, you hear songs on TikTok, you hear really good raps, and yes, young people do prefer new songs over old songs. Yes, young people will always prefer new songs over, just for the general population. And saying statistically, Rick Beato was talking about how every year, every single year, the new songs are played less and less on all platforms, YouTube, Spotify, all the, except for maybe TikTok, but I guess that's where the young people are today. But on all the other platforms like YouTube and the radio and Spotify, it's just like Pandora and stuff. They're playing older songs more and they're playing newer songs less, statistically. I'm not talking about my taste, or I don't personally think new music is bad. I like new music. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying statistically, people are listening to older music. Now, maybe it's just young people are only on TikTok. Maybe that's the only platform that they really connect to, and maybe that's true. Maybe they are just interested in TikTok. Maybe that's true. But as far as like traditional songs, people aren't really making those like to on the same quantity. They're not making the same quantity, and people aren't really listening to them because what I think is going on is I think if you want to be a content creator today is totally different than if you want to be a content creator like 30 years ago. If you wanted to get noticed 30 years ago, you would write a song. You'd write a song and you'd play it everywhere you can go. You bars, cafes, wherever, outdoor pavilions, wherever you could play this song, you would play a song. If you wanted to get noticed, you'd write a song and you'd play it. You learn to play guitar, you learn to beatbox, you learn to use whatever synthesizer was big at the time. Look, you learn to play an instrument, or you learn to sing, or you learn to dance, or whatever. Well, dancing separate, but what I'm saying is, as a content creator, there's so many other ways to create content than create a song. So I'm not saying songs are going away. I'm just saying songs are not even less popular than they used to be, but I feel like young people are like, if I want to create content, there's so many other things that I can do to create song. Like I make some spoken word videos on this channel. It's easier to make a spoken word video than it is to make a song. There's no need to have 10 different instruments going on when I can just do a spoken word. And people can just make a rap on TikTok, and people will listen to them. If you make a rap on TikTok, people listen to. Now the thing is, a rap on TikTok is not going to be as intricate as a song from like 30 years ago. It's just not. They don't. I feel like songs are less intricate than they used to be. There are people making intricate songs like Dua Lipa and Bruno Mars make very intricate songs. However, it's just not as much of that going on with young people. Young people are just like, hell, I'd rather just do a rap, do like a 60-second rap on TikTok, right? Just do a 60-second rap on TikTok. Would you call that a song? Would you call a 60-second rap on TikTok with no instrumentation a song? I do 2-minute spoken words sometimes on YouTube. Now, is that a song? If it's a 60-second rap, maybe it is a song. I just think it's a different type of thing. It's like the difference between like a Martin Scorsese movie and like a Marvel movie. One is film, or one is cinema, and the other are movies. Cinema and movies, they're different things. Cinema and movies, and I feel like you can make distinctions. You can make distinctions between different types of movies. You can make distinctions between different types of songs. I don't think Marvel has anything in common with the movies they made like 50 years ago. I don't think songs on TikTok, this 1 minute rapping, sounds anything like what LL Cool J did in 1990. You listen to Walk Like a Panther, listen to Mama Said Knock You Out. You compare that to the rappers today, it's completely different. I prefer LL Cool J, but I'm not talking about taste. I'm talking about the songs are shorter. They're much shorter, and I don't even know if you can call them a song. They're just like a short little rap. They're just like a short, because it's like, I mean, and yeah, you can have instrumentation, you can have the stuff, and people are making songs today, and people. I'm just saying, like, I think I think because of Spotify and because people are making these bigger and bigger playlists. I have a 3,100 song Quiet Storm Spotify playlist. Okay, and I make it bigger every month. I add about 30 songs to it at least every month. I just added some Pet Shop Boys, some Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. I added some S Club 7, and I add all different kinds to this stuff every month. And you know, there's so much music that people have made over the past 50 years, and people can really start to appreciate that with Spotify. And I feel like that art is going away, the art of making a song, and because takes so much effort to make a song, whereas I can get noticed on YouTube or TikTok just by doing vlogging or rapping or whatever. This it's so much easier to get noticed that you know I don't think you need to make a whole song to do that. So I do think songs, it's just like movies, aren't going to be what they used to be. They're going to evolve into something else. Like movies are just special effects laden, catastrophes nowadays. But songs are more like quick, 30-second, 60-second, just quick hits of quick rhymes, which is good. I like those too. Nothing wrong with those. But that's not the same as the old songs they used to make. So it's just, I do think, I know some people say, it's like an old man thing to say. I do think old songs are more popular than new songs. I do think old songs are more popular than new songs. I will say one thing: there are more art forms being created right now than have ever been created in history. So yes, the traditional songs are more popular. The older songs are more popular for the traditional songs. However, there are more art forms being created on TikTok right now than any time in human history. So they're creating new art forms to replace the song. Like they're creating different things. They're experimenting different things to get attention. So do I think new songs are as popular today? No, I don't think they're as popular today. I mean that statistically, from a statistical level speaking. Do I think the art is worse today? No, I don't think the art is worse today. Do I think the art's less popular today? I don't think art's less popular either. I think things are changing. I think the way people consume art is changing, the way people produce art is changing, and the art of creating a song is not going to be as big as it used to be. And it's not going to be as popular as it used to be, making it or listening to it. Neither one of those things is going to be as popular as it used to be. There are new art forms being created every day, and that's what people are consuming, is these new art forms. So that's the way I see it. I know people might sound like people might sound like an old man yelling at a cloud, but that's just a way I see it. I do think young people will still prefer songs made today versus older songs, but the population in general will prefer older songs versus newer songs, whereas younger people will prefer whatever's newest and coolest at the time. There will be a big generation gap between the different art forms people are creating. So that's just the way I see it. So songs are kind of going in a different direction. Songs are not what they used to be, but that's okay. There's new art forms on TikTok every day that people are. Now, am I going to just describe to you what those art forms are? Well, just go to TikTok yourself. You'll see it. There's a lot of different. There's dancing. There's rapping. There's vlogging. There's singing along to other songs. There's comedy. There's all different types of things. There's preaching, all different kinds of Christian preaching or Buddhist preaching, spoken word, all this different kinds of stuff, vlogging, all these different art forms going on TikTok and YouTube, where the old art form of making a song, that's not going to be as popular, I think. So we're going to appreciate the older songs more because they put time and effort into those, whereas we don't have to put as much time and effort into something like that. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. We're not going to sit here in a garage band getting good at guitar when we can just go on YouTube and get instant gratification, instant attention, instant this, instant that. There's no need to put effort into this stuff as we used to. Does that make sense? That's just the way I see it. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think new music is as popular as old music, or do you think new music isn't? It's just moving in a different direction from songs are changing from songs are very different than what they used to be. And do you think what is your perspective on this very, very complicated subject matter about art and how art changes? Let me know in the comments below how you think the art of songs, the popularity of them changes from generation to generation. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Those are just some of my thoughts. Please subscribe to this channel and be part of the community. And please like this video. It really helps out the channel a lot. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.